Good morning, all of you. Myself, KVS Murthy, working as Assistant Professor in Department of CSE, SRKR Engineering College, Cryptography and Network Security. And our today topic is RSA algorithm. The main objectives of this lecture are to understand Euler's totient function with an example and to understand RSA algorithm and its security. First of all, our first topic is Euler's totient function, and it is denoted as pi of n. Here n is any integer. This function produces the value m, which is the number of positive integer values that are less than n and that are relatively prime to n. This is denoted by using the function pi. We can define pi in the following way. If pi of n equal to m means the number of positive integers less than n and that are relatively prime to n are m. If n is a prime number, then pi of n equal to n minus 1. If n is not a prime, then we can write n equal to pq, where p and q are prime numbers. So we can determine pi of n in the following way. Pi of n equal to pi of pq, that is equal to pi of p star pi of q, where p and q are prime numbers. So we can write p minus 1 star q minus 1. This is the value of pi of n when n is non-prime. As an example, let us find the determine pi of 37. Here n value is 37 and which is a prime number. So pi of 37 equal to 36, which means the number of positive integers from 1 to 36 and that are relatively prime to 37 are 36. Now determining pi of 35. Here n value is 35, which is not a prime, and we can write pi 35 equal to 7 into 5. Here 7 and 5 are two prime numbers. So pi of 35 equal to pi of 7 star pi of 5. That is equal to 7 minus 1 star 5 minus 1. That is equal to 6 star 4. That is equal to 24. So the number of positive integers less than 35 and relatively prime to 35 are 24. Now coming to RSA algorithm. RSA algorithm was developed by Rivest Shamir Edelman. And this algorithm is used by modern computers to encrypt and decrypt the messages. It is an asymmetric cryptographic algorithm or public key cryptographic algorithm. So in RSA algorithm, one key is used for encryption and other key is used for decryption. In the RSA algorithm, the integer message m is encrypted by using the following formula: c equal to m power e mod n. Here e comma n denoting the public key of the receiver. And now the receiver uses the following equation for the decryption: m equal to c power d mod n. Here the combination of d and n is called the private key of the receiver. So we can easily observe that here we use two keys. One key is e comma n, that is public key and used in encryption process, and the other key is d comma n, that is private key and used in decryption process. The following are the requirements of the RSA algorithm. It is possible to find the values of EDN such that m equal to m power ed mod n, and it is easy to calculate m power e c power d for all m and c. It is computationally infeasible to find d, even e comma n are known. These are the requirements of the RSA algorithm. Now the following is the key generation process in RSA algorithm. Each user generates public and private keys in the following way. Select two large prime numbers pq. These two are selected values and these two are kept privates. Now calculate n using the formula n equal to p into q. This is a calculated value and we have to made it public. Now calculate pi of n. Pi of n equal to p minus 1 star q minus 1. Now we have to select an integer e such that 1 less than e less than pi of n and GCD of pi of n comma e equal to 1. Such value is selected or chosen and it is made it as public. And now the users needs to find an integer d such that d star e is congruent to 1 mod pi of n, or d star e is mod pi of n equal to 1. This d is calculated value and it is kept private. Now the public key ku equal to e comma n, we have to publish the public key and form the private key kr equal to d comma n. We have to kept it secret. In this way the two keys are generated. One key is public key e comma n and the other key is private key d comma n. This key generation process can be done by each user. So at the end of this key generation process, both the sender and receiver have their own public key and their own private keys. The public keys are kept public and the private keys are kept secret. Now in order to send the message, the sender A prepares the message M and the sender will use the recipient's public key E comma N to generate the ciphertext C using the formula C equal to M power E mod N. Here E comma N is a public key of the receiver. Now after receiving the ciphertext, the receiver B will use his own private key D comma N to extract the original message from the ciphertext. That is by using the formula M equal to C power D mod N. Here D comma N is the private key of the receiver. Now suppose later afterwards the second user needs to send any message to the first user. He has to use the public key of the first user, and by using that public key he can send the message to the first user. And then later the first user has to use his private key to decrypt it, and the process is repeating. And in this way the encryption and decryption processes are used in RSA algorithm. Now coming to the security of the RSA algorithm, there are three main possible attacks are there in RSA algorithm. Number one is brute force attack, mathematical attack, timing attack. In brute force attack, the attacker trying all possible values of the private keys d comma n. To overcome it, we have to choose the key size as large. Now coming to the mathematical attack, the attacker try to find the factors of n. If they are identified, then the attacker can easily identify the private key with less effort. To overcome this, we have to select two large prime numbers. So by selecting the large prime numbers, we can solve the problem up to some extent. And now the third type of attack is a timing attack. Here the attackers will identify the running time of the algorithm. So if the attackers are identified the running time of the algorithm, they can do something. They can do any damage to our message, to the security. So to overcome this, constant exponentiation time or random time, here we add some time to our algorithm to trap the intruder. So if our original algorithm consumes 5 seconds, we can give the result after 7 seconds or 8 seconds. So the attacker thinks that the running time of the algorithm is 8 seconds. The actual running time of the algorithm is only 5 seconds. We add 2 or 3 seconds extra to produce the results. In that way we can overcome the timing attack in the RSA algorithm. This is about the security of the RSA algorithm. Now coming to RSA algorithm example. First of all, select two prime numbers p and q. Let p equal to 3 and q equal to 11. These two are prime numbers and they are private. Now calculate n value. N value equal to 3 star 11, that is equal to 33. This value is public. N value 33 is public. Now calculate pi of n. Pi of n is equal to pi of n is equal to pi of 33, that is equal to pi of 3 star pi of 11, that is equal to p minus 1 star q minus 1, that is equal to 20. Now we have to select the integer e such that GCD of pi of n comma e equal to 1. And also note that 1 less than e less than pi of n. GCD of 20 comma e equal to 1. GCD of 20 comma e equal to 1. We have to select the integer e such that GCD of 20 comma e equal to 1. Here we have to take the e value 2. First value for e is 2. GCD of 20 comma 2 is 2. So e cannot be 2. If suppose we have to take e equal to 3, GCD of 20 comma 3 equal to 1. So the value of e may be 3. We have to take e equal to 3. So we can observe that there are many possible values for e. Here we are taking the first possible value for e such that GCD of pi of n comma e equal to 1. Now we have to calculate d such that de is congruent to 1 mod pi of n, or de mod pi of n equal to 1. Now what is e? E value is 3. What is d? We have to find out d. So 3d mod 20 equal to 1. We have to calculate the d value. The d value is 7. 7 star 3 21. 21 mod 20 equal to 1. So our d value is 7. Now we have formed the public keys. What is public key? Public key is a combination of e comma n. What is e? 3. What is n? 33. So 3 comma 33 is the public key, and we have to publish it. Now the private key equal to d comma n. The d value is the calculated value and it is 7. So 7 comma 33 is the private key. Suppose the sender takes the plain text m equal to 5. Now the sender uses the receiver's public key to encrypt. C equal to m power e mod n, that is equal to 5 power 3 mod 33. 5 power 3 means 125. 125 mod 33 equal to 26. This is what we called as ciphertext, and this ciphertext will be sent to the receiver. Now after receiving this ciphertext, the receiver will use his own private key to decrypt it by using the formula m equal to c power d mod n. C here is 26. D value is 7. So 26 power 7 modulo 33 is, we have to determine. The resultant value is 5. That is our original message. In this way, the RSA algorithm will operate. Now here we have to find out how to determine 26 power 7 mod 33. Right? 26 power 7 mod 33 can be determined as follows. First of all, 26 square mod 33, that is equal to 16. Now 26 power 4 mod 33 equal to 26 square star 26 square modulo 33, that is equal to 16 star 16 mod 33, that is equal to 256 mod 33, that is equal to 25. So 26 to the power of 4 mod 33 equal to 25. Earlier 26 power 2 mod 33 equal to 16. Now 26 to the power of 6 mod 33, that is equal to 26 power 2 star 26 power 4 modulo 33, that is equal to 16 mod 25, 16 star 25 mod 33, that is equal to 4. Now 26 power 7 mod 33, that is equal to 26 power 6 star 26 power 1 modulo 33, that is equal to 4 star 26 mod 33, that is equal to 5. In this way, 26 power 7 modulo 33 can be determined. Thank you one and all.